here at Onaping Lake for a big long day paddle, hopefully, and just getting started here around 10:30 on an absolutely beautiful day. My trip to Halfway Lake, I've had 3 days of rain out of 6, so that's kind of a disappointment, but we're certainly trying to make some money on the nice days, and this is the nicest day we've had right from the first day when I drove here. And but really, by the time I got here, it wasn't a lot of time left for adventuring. So this is the first full day of adventuring in really nice weather. So here we go. Well, welcome to Onaping Lake, everyone. I'm about, what is it, 2.6K. I'm up in this northeastern bay that isn't too far from the put-in. And it's nice. There's a government dock there. You don't pay. You just put your canoe in the water and off you go. There's places for, of course, most people are doing power boats of some kind or others. But either way, it's nice. And they have a nice beach there. It's sand stony, but they're round stones, so it's not too bad. And then, of course, the dock. So it's nice. So we're just paddling through some islands here in the northeast end, having a good look at it, and then we'll go back down and go further up. This lake is enormous. Probably goes 50 or 60K, maybe more, but it's fingers. It looks to me on the map like this giant fractal or something, but it's remarkable. And so that's what we're doing today. Absolutely beautiful blue sky. So I saw this passage on the map. Initially I thought it was too narrow, that it was blocked, but looks like it's a thing. So it's pretty nice to come through here on a big lake like this and have a little passage. Hopefully it goes right through here. We'll see if I have to bring out the big stick or not. This is, you really can't push on things with a double-bladed paddle very well. You could bend it or break the plastic blades, but there seems to be a way through here. So let's see if I'm right or not. Thankfully the water is deep enough that you can kind of just push things out of the way. So on the surface, I think we're going to make it there. One of the nice things about the kayak paddle is that you can enjoy the scenery. You're not focusing the same way on switching and paddle strokes and stuff. It's really you get your hands used to the stroke, and now you just kind of watch the scenery go by. It's really quite nice. A few rocks here, but I think that one probably has a bit of paint on it. But getting a little bit shallow here, so just don't want to hit anything too hard if we do scrape. So we'll just take it easy. So I'm now this is my third paddle on this trip, and what I hope will be the longest one. One of the things that's nice about this is that well, at the end of the day, your arms are tired. I don't find that the next day I'm got a lot of muscle pain or something wrong. It just, you know, it just seems to go away, which is great compared to other injuries or aches and pains you might get from hiking or something. So far, it's pretty good. Now, things work out with today. I might have 40 to 45 kilometers of paddling with a double blade on this trip. With the 7 or 8 I did the other time, it get me over 50, which is, you know, a good start, I guess is the word. And so I'm kind of happy with that. This island ahead, I kind of had an idea of it being a lunch stop. Let's see if I can get off the boat without difficulty. Shouldn't be too bad for bugs here with the wind, and we'll just see if there's any possibilities without too much trouble. I'll only have to comment on this after because the wind just won't stop blowing here. It's about 20 km an hour, maybe more. This is my little lunch stop here in the middle of Onaping Lake. Really beautiful little island. Had to get my feet wet to get here, but pretty nice. Just a little spot of land. There's the pan. And then over here is where we went to shore. You see the canoe sitting on the, weighted down with the jugs. So just finishing up, we're ready to go. Oh, it's a nice little island. So that took 25 minutes from docking. That took 25 minutes from when I got to the shore to when I got done and I'm here. So that includes finding a spot and getting the table and chair out and all the rest, which is just so much nicer than sitting in a tree, on a tree, or in the muck or wet. So I'm just a total fan of that for the few minutes it takes. Okay, so here we are. We are just under 7K into this beautiful sunny day, and it's been just over 2 hours since I started. That includes lunch, of course. So if it's an hour and a half and I've done 7, so that's just under 5 average speed. So with a 20 kilometer wind coming and going, of course, not too bad for a start. And now I can really feel the warmth on my shirt. This winter has just kept going this year, and to feel warm now is pretty nice, because I've been really feeling cold. The spring went on for 2 months of temperatures just above freezing and so forth, so it's pretty nice now to find where we can be in a shirt and sleeves and short pants and be okay. So I'm heading northeast on the main lake, if you will, and going up through a couple of narrows into a larger area where I'll check out some islands and stuff. And my day on paper was about 25 kilometers, so if the last time I paddled was 16 and I was pretty tired, so I don't want to be silly, so we're just taking it a step at a time here. But 25 would be a very nice day, and this is all water miles. There's no there are no portages today that I know of anyway, other than a couple of inches to the Jeep. In relatively calm water and just stroking like I am right now, I'm getting 6. My canoe is 36 inches wide and it's getting on 40 years old. So it's certainly not one of the new super scientific shapes, but I love this canoe because it is so stable. And stability to me is my first 3 choices, because I don't want to go in the drink and I don't want to lose my gear. There's cottages still here, but this is a Monday. Nope, I saw one powerboat. So it's really just a wilderness lake with a few buildings on it, which is pretty nice. Now I'm sure on Monday, like I say, a lot of folks, and most of them probably coming from the Sudbury area or something like that, are at work, but the feel here is certainly a northern wilderness lake, not a recreational, you know, Muskoka type lake where you're dodging the power boats and dealing with 4-foot swells all the time from a canoeist standpoint, of course. Anyhow, hello, and thank you for watching this video. It is a pleasure to share my adventures with all of you. To help achieve my goal of at least 1,000 subscribers, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe to Hiking with Henry and click on the like button for this video. It is completely free and would be of great help to me. Thank you very much. Across here, see what happens. See if there's any things in the way here. Looks like a nice place maybe to have my lunch on the way back. Just here, and so this is the end of this, the final bay. We're just gonna have a paddle around it, and that'll be it. So I'm up to 16K now on the paddle today. That's the maximum I've ever paddled with the double end. And I've got 10 to go home. So it's going to be, depending on exactly the route I follow and all the rest, something between 26 and 27 maybe, with some wind helping and not helping depending on where. And we'll just have to see how it goes. What a beautiful day. Honest to goodness, it's just, this is the reason you go through winter, folks. You. But it's looking promising. Just have to find a place to put the canoe in. Let's see. So this is lunch 2. I'm sitting in my hiking chair on the very rock I pointed out. This was the view I had while I had my meal. It's surreal. What a beautiful place. And you know, I found it on the map, this narrow bay, and I thought it'd be kind of interesting to explore, and it really was beautiful in here. So this is what's behind me, and I'm going to call this Lunch Island. It's a little tiny thing about 12 feet square. So I'm thinking I have no prerogative whatsoever, but I'm going to name it Lunch Island. And pretty nice. There's my station on Lunch Island, and here's a tour of it. So it has docking facilities. It has a carpet. And there's swimming if you want to. It's a little cold right now, but and there you go. So the math on this right now, I'm thinking I got a little over 10 to go to get back to the government dock there. I'm gonna hope that, assuming that I get going in a few minutes, my aim is to try and be back by 1800 hours. So it's currently about 1500, so I'm giving myself 3 hours for that. And with, you know, changing paddles and GPS and hiding and behind islands if the wind's in my face too much or whatever, that we'll just see how it goes. So I've been traveling now since 20 after 3. It's 4 o'clock, so 40 minutes. And I've gone 3K. So based on that, should get 4.5 odd. Seems about right, because I've stopped to do muck around for a minute or two and different things. But for the most part, it's been pretty steady. So it's pretty fun. And the average I had to maintain to get to the government dock by 6 p.m. is 3.5. So we're ahead of that. So now I'm back on the main body of Onaping Lake, and I'm coming past Lawnmower Man. There's an island here on the way up. I heard this sound from 2 or 3 kilometers away. It sounded like a powerboat, like a really, big one, and I was waiting for something to happen. And when I got closer, within a half a K, I saw he was driving a garden tractor around, and the sound from that carried that far. But either way, to get 26 odd for today is 10 more than I did 3 days ago, 2 days ago, whatever. And I was tired after that. Now I'm feeling it a little bit today, but I'm certainly, still going 5 an hour or whatever here, and there's a bit of breeze. So pretty pleased with how this has come along. I'm pretty shallow, so we're going to go real slow so we don't do too much damage, I hope, if any. Okay, that didn't work. Let's try over here where it looks a little bit deeper. Can't really see the rocks very well until you're right on them when the sun's in front of you. But that's just how it goes. Okay, looks like we're making some progress here, getting away from some of those guys. Well, back, and my gosh, what a great day. And I can't tell you how pleased I am. 26.5K, all paddling with the new paddle. And remarkably, in the last 2 or 3K, in what was almost completely quiet weather, or wind conditions, I was getting over 6.5, and I wasn't pulling that hard. So it's certainly more efficient than the wooden paddle, and I feel like I've got a new lease here. So this is really good. Beautiful lake, beautiful weather, lots of nice bays. Hopefully you'll enjoy the video, and thank you so much for coming along.